another community request. For those of you who are not aware, which I don't know how that's possible because I say it in every video, I do accept suggestions from you guys on the community tab if you reply to the most recent post that is on there. So today we are reacting to redveil. Man, dude, you know what the names, I ain't really too good with that. Album called NIAGARA. Now this one came out last year. I did hear about this one. I just never really went to it and listened to it. But I've heard good things. I heard that the style is a bit derivative of Earl Sweatshirt, but I'll be the judge of that. I enjoy Earl Sweatshirt's music, so even if it is derivative, I don't really give a shit, if we're being completely honest. Let's not waste any time. Let's just go ahead and get right into it. First track is called Campbell.
Plant this season, watch them bloom, get off my dick for G's sake. How my niggas going up, they praying to their knees, they got me.
Oh my. And I am aware that he did produce the whole album, if not the majority. And that's really impressive. That's really impressive because this sample choice to go crazy already. This shit sound good.
Up off of generosity and lit. Still hit a Brian and take me a flick. I still need a home road. Nigga, I've been working for so long.
So that was the opener, Campbell. Nothing too crazy with that one. Sample was nice. I do like the flow that he's using. So let's just go into the next one. It's called Wait. I do want to say the mixing on this is extremely like to the limit. Like the distortion on that kick and just the vocals, everything is kind of pushed into that limiter, is just going crazy. But I kind of like that style. It adds this extra grit to the overall like mix of the song, so I enjoy it.
I came far from accepting defeat. Made it out with the blood on my face. We done shed every tear we can weep. I was sitting in class in the back with my thoughts consuming everything that's around me. When I'm snapping back into reality, shit still ain't changing. Music still found me.
I really enjoy the flow that's going on. He sounds very confident, and at his age, like, man, this being your first project, good on you, bro. Good on you. Only thing I'll say is I do feel like the sample may be a little bit too loud to hear the vocals sometimes, which might work for that more chaotic type of sound. And maybe that was intentional, but I will say it does get a bit jarring trying to listen in on the lyrics like I'm looking at like small font, like, okay, I think I heard that. So that was Wait, another really solid track, nothing too crazy with it. The beat was knocking a lot harder on this one. So let's go into the next one. It's called Bad News. Oh,
hey, yo, we back, bro. Yeah.
These sample chops are crazy.
I got the key, how I'm acing the test.
Got the key the way I'm acing the test. You get it? Because a key will tell you all the answers.
Niggas bad luck, man. Never touch the chrome, but said it's up if it's stuck.
Yeah.
See the facade, give it up. Veil stand, she gon' give it up. No, I never gas the bitch head, but you gon' fill it up.
You know, what I will say is redveil, he doesn't really have lines that are extremely profound or, you know, are the most like lyrically inclined in regards to that, but the flows are always nice and the bars do enough to keep you interested into the track. And also like the samples, like you would just listen for the samples regardless. So I think this is definitely a vibe, even if it's just something you play in the background. But I still do quite enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot. So that was Bad News. I pretty much said everything I needed to say. Very similar to the previous tracks. Let's keep it going. 5500 featuring Glow or Geo. Oh, that's sick. I like the different approach to the vocals and kind of making it a little bit more melodic while still keeping that rap type of style. With, oh man, this instrumental is sick too. I also do like he's doubling up the vocals to just kind of give it this bigger, more forefront type of feeling, because I feel like if you would have used one vocal, it would have got stuck in the background of this extremely chaotic and big instrumental. So good mixing style on your end.
Trust niggas, step back. James Harden, I don't pump fake.
Hey, so that was 5500 featuring Geo. Great track, feel good. That's probably one of the better ones on there. I think the vocals match the instrumental very nicely. All the energy was from start to finish was really nice to hear. And yeah, I mean, once again, the mixing is done in a way to where the vocals are very close to the instrumental. So sometimes it could be a little bit overwhelming, but I do think that doubling up the vocals on this one to make, you know, the vocals a little bit more, you know, shine on this one was a good idea, because this instrumental was banging. It was knocking like a motherfucker. So let's go on to the next one. It's called Revolutions featuring Junie. Y'all gotta, with two eyes. Oh, okay. I'm getting Tyler vibes.
Said I'm grateful for these revolutions. Me and my niggas breaking down institutions. This corny niggas try and pop, try and bite the stock. Fruit flies in their midst, they lie.
Fuck, I'm sensitive cause I don't know what my feelings is.
Ooh.
I drew this back to the board on some hieroglyphic shit.
I ain't gonna lie, Junie came in and just stole the show. The inflection, the flow that's going with it just sounds super cool over this shit. Like, sounds a little too cool over this shit.
And fuck if I offend you, I mean that shit to the T. I said, duck if I come in and I'm swinging and set your dome. Stay leaving where I reside cause I'm nervous to have a home.
Oh, like, nice little lead out. So that was Revolutions featuring Junie. Yeah, great track. Definitely one of my favorites as well. I will say, Redveil, I'm sorry. Junie watched you on that one. I'm sorry. Let's go on to the next one. It's called Clinch featuring Chris Patrick. Four count.
Too much pride to function. What they think is they making assumptions. Y'all off and I call it conjunction. If that's getting hit to the system, cause we made 2 racks in a day. Niggas know I pop off like a white Zan. Black face give a fuck like the white man.
This instrumental was going crazy. Just that sample and the hard hitting drums on that. And those snares sitting in a certain pocket. That's sick.
No camera, nigga, we ain't taking flicks. You been in the same place since you came out the womb, cause you ain't never take a risk.
What I will say is there are certain times where I think the tempo or the flow that's chosen doesn't really match with the instrumental all the time. I think this is the second time where I've heard where the flow has been offbeat a little bit, and I know that some people do that on purpose, but it doesn't mean that it always sounds good to me, and this is one of those instances where it doesn't really sound that great. But let's continue on.
My man carry cannons like kids in Mariah, ain't shit to fear. Niggas know I pop off my cruise up. Black fist, I don't fuck with no Ku Klux. Pussy boy talking shit, he don't.
Okay, I like the energy Chris Patrick came in with. This was definitely energy that was needed for a track like this. Just kind of space it out, tuck the vocals back, and just go crazy.
All my niggas pull up like them Rangers that mighty more power. The whole gang is suited up, even if we say solid.
Pull out like some Rangers like Mighty Morphower. I'm fucking done. So that was Clinch featuring Chris Patrick. I really like that one. I also think the feature on this one did outshine again, but for good reason. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, it made for a good song, which is the important part. So let's go into Grass featuring Cameron Bolden. You did not sample this shit, bro. No, you got to kill it if you sample it. I'm gonna need you to kill it. Don't disappoint me.
I got a lot of steps to take for now. I'm trying to breathe. Good girl, she won't complain and she tastes my seed. No, these
okay.
niggas not my bleed. It's 50,
okay.
50 with you, my bleed. It's 50-50 with you niggas. Peep the grass and shitty blades, and I'm trying to weed.
Yeah, that was sick. That was good.
Yeah, me? Shit. Well, I forget a ton and the past a couple, so I tossed it all so I could run.
So that was Grass featuring Cameron Bolden. I think Redveil did his thing. I wasn't a big fan of Cameron's approach to that verse. I don't know. When you use a sample like that, I really feel like you got to bar the fuck out. You really got to show out. And I don't feel like that's what happened, but I would listen to that track again just because the sample was cut up very nicely. That's all I really got to say. Let's go on to the next one. It's called Fastlane.
Ain't nobody ever show me through the fast lane, nigga. Gotta get it off the muscle, this a ride race,
I like the bounce.
You were last place, nigga. 12 for my niggas in the grave. What a cash out, bro. We try and get paid.
Yeah.
Niggas love the bread, yeah, we looking for a play.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with y'all, bro. I'm trying to get away.
Yeah.
Ain't no plan B. I'm gonna run this shit for life. And all my niggas eating cause we doing this shit right.
So that was Fastlane. A really chill track. I actually really liked that one. There wasn't anything too crazy that happened on that one, but it was feel good enough for me to just pop it into the playlist and, you know, just hear it in the background. I think certain songs are really good in the background, you know, and that's not a knock to the lyricism or the rap approach that was attempted on this song. It's more so just saying like there's a place for every song that is made, and I feel like Fastlane is perfect for the background, in my personal opinion. So let's go on to the next track. It's called Drown, featuring Dante Thomas and Damari Harris. Why can I say these names but I can't say other ones? I don't understand.
I got a few sensations. Like without you, feel like euthanasia. Used to make excuses till I make it.
Oh, I like the synth going with the guitar already. Okay. I gotta say, this is probably one of the better tracks on the album. We need more of this. I think the more chill, like Fastlane type tracks, they're cool, but I feel like songs like this is what gets people's attention. This is where you could really take it to the next level. So I think we need more like this. Yes. Chasing dreams I can't see. They gon' chase you, but we know that's all. Oh, I like that. Okay. Yeah. So that was Drown. That was a really good song. I loved the singing near the end as well. That was really nice. Probably my favorite. If not, it would be Revolutions, but top 3 for sure. Let's go into the last track. It's called Pigeon Man.
Keep my head on a swivel for the down shit. These niggas hungry, so is we. They next to the X, I know that nothing really free. A flag red, you not shooting the blood. That shit'll stop me in my tracks, but today, end of the day, all what we craving is love. Trading my sanity for validation, needed the hug.
He said, trading my sanity for validation. A lot of y'all niggas do that. We gotta stop doing that, bro. We gotta stop. But it's easy to fall into that trap though.
Smile on my face, I know my efforts really working well.
Yeah.
But every time you come around, you got some shit to say. Reach the point I need my space, asking God to come and move.
Yeah, you know, it's basically saying like people are starting to recognize him as redveil. It's like they got some shit to say, like they wanna, you know, put me on, my nigga, or you should do this more, you should do that.
500 on the dash, bitch, I'm speeding out the motherfucking mix. That's the way I always been. You attracting all that negativity, I let you win.
So that was NIAGARA. I thought that was a pretty good project. I had my own issues with the album. Some of it was just a little too bare in regards to the subject matter. Didn't always come through the track very well. And a lot of the rapping on here was pretty okay, but what I will say is the things that I did like was definitely the consistency in the mixing, the consistency in the approach to the songs. So it did feel like a cohesive project in that regard. I do think that going forward, redveil will impress people with his newer work for sure, and also the production. It's hard to really, you know, critique albums like this because they're not trying to be something that's extremely profound and out of this world. This is just music the person put together. They thought it sounded good, had a few features on here, and it sounded great. It did sound great, but it doesn't do anything new. It doesn't do anything special. A lot of the things on this album are very derivative of other styles that have existed for a long time now. One of them being Earl Sweatshirt. I do get some Tyler the Creator vibes in regards to the samples that were being chosen on some of these. And yeah, but I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing. I do think as the albums progress, redveil will become his own artist. And just this being your first project is a good step in the right direction, in my personal opinion. So if I had to give it a rating, I'd probably say it's somewhere around a 6 out of 10. Nothing too crazy, but it's not bad either. I would say this is just your average rap album. A lot of people would be more than happy to listen to this on a regular basis, or even have it in the background while they do stuff around the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, and there were a few standout tracks. I do think 5500 and Revolutions with Junie was great. I also do think Drown was one of the better tracks on this album as well. So there were standout tracks that I do think are styles that he should continue to polish and execute in the future. But besides that, that's all I really have to say. Comment down below, let me know what you guys think of the album, and don't forget to subscribe if you are new to the channel, and leave a like on the video if you liked it. As I always say, enjoy the music while you can. Thanks for watching. Peace.